Someone is ready to offer you the world without you even asking. This is somebody who does not need you to even use your voice to ask for what it is you want, because this is somebody who's dedicated to learning, to growing, to understanding, to knowing what it is you need, what it is you desire, what it is that makes you happy. This is somebody who is a planner. This is somebody who is going to make sure that you feel cared for whenever you spend time together, and even when you don't. Like, this is somebody who plans out little details or is planning the finer details, so they could even be planning something potentially more long-term at this time. I'm going to pull some oracle to find out a little bit more what it is you need to know about this love connection. And I'm hearing take your time. So this is somebody who's very familiar with taking their time. They want to grow over time with you. And so they're not going to like the beginning might feel like a little bit of a rush, but there's going to be an evening out, like a state of flow that is reached. The temple of the rose, expression and activation. Like, the energy that this person is going to allow you to exist in is going to allow all of the light to shine onto you. Like, they want you to be seen. They want you to feel like a goddess in this world. They want you to feel as if you are allowed to take up space, are allowed to exist in all of your forms, no matter what that is, no matter what that looks like. Like, I'm being shown the image of kind of like a storm, like a raging storm, and like water flowing and wind blowing, and this person is just like determined, still moving forward, like still standing strong. So it's like, no matter what you might experience with this person, which they are not going to be the cause of the storm. The storm might be natural, it might be based on something that you've experienced previously in life, but they are going to be able to withstand, not only withstand, but like the image I'm seeing is this person moving forward, actively choosing to move forward in the storm. Even though it's dangerous, even though it's hard, this person is still actively choosing to move forward. And by dangerous, I mean emotionally, like when you experience so much, when you are releasing so much, when you are triggered and you are facing deeper wounds of yourself, there is the potential for people around you to feel that hurt. And though you are not somebody who desires to project that onto people, it can sometimes be naturally what it is, just like a storm, just like nature itself. And so this person is strong enough. They are guarded. They have learned how to guard themselves. They've learned how to protect themselves, how to wear armor in this world, so that when need be, they can be strong for you. They can fight for you. And when you are both not facing your fears or facing the world and wearing that armor, you are gentle with each other. You are soft with each other. You are able to enjoy each other's company and presence in a way that allows your nervous systems to heal, that allows your minds to be at ease, that allows your creativity to come forward, that allows you to be in an energy of self-expression, that allows you to dive deeper within yourself, that allows you to access levels of power within yourself that you otherwise would not have been able to access without this divine counterpart by your side. Your mission here within this love connection is so much deeper than to experience the surface levels, like normalities of relationships, which you get plenty of that. You get to do whatever you want with this person. You get to travel the world. You get to plan fun vacations. You get to have fun events, hang out with your friends. You get to explore life. But most importantly, you get to explore your inner worlds. You get to bring energy into this world that you can't find in this world yet. You get to express greater levels of truth, deeper levels of truth that can only be found when you are divinely connected, like unified as feminine and masculine energies in each body. So like in you have that connection to the masculine, to the feminine, to the child. And your person has that connection to the masculine, to the feminine, and to the child. And when you come together, like the energy that is created from two whole worlds colliding, it's like that's how galaxies are formed, is what it feels like. Like a galaxy being formed in this world. Oh, it just feels so good. Like I'm getting chills even talking about this. It just feels like such a powerful energy. And I think that's why it's happening, because that powerful of an energy to exist in the ethers, to exist in the spiritual world, to be channeled into this world, that is like unstoppable energy. That is life-changing energy. So there's something to be said about the fact that you have made it to this point in your journey, or you are actively choosing to walk this path in your journey to get to this point where you are able to embody that, where you are able to see that, where you are able to experience that. There is so much to be said about that, about everything that you have done, everything that you have sacrificed, everything that you have been through to be here, to get to this point where you get the chance to even connect with somebody like that. And it's not a need, because you are fulfilled within yourself. You are continuously doing the inner work on yourself. It is simply a joy. It is simply a profound experience. Like, it is a gift. This connection is going to be seen as a gift, not just to each other, but also to the world. Someone is not playing when it comes to you right now. You are a deadly mix. Deadly in the best way. You are a powerful feminine energy, and somebody is finally, like, I'm being shown somebody's eyes being opened to this. And the World card. Okay, there's so much. Somebody's about to have it all with you. Somebody is about to realize they have it all with you. I don't know if you can feel the feminine energy radiating from these cards. I don't know why when I saw this, it looked like it was on my left finger. A ring on your finger may be significant. I feel like somebody is turning the car around. So somebody who previously left, or somebody who was previously headed in a different direction, is now going to be headed towards you. And I did drop 2 cards. Okay, so the cards that I dropped were 6 of Wands and the World card. It's almost like you're taking a masculine out of their lack era and showing them this entire new world of like what it is to be abundant in love. I feel like you are about to show this person a completely new way of being loved. I feel like somebody else is about to show you a completely new way of being loved. Like I'm seeing like your own personal cheerleader as well. Like this person is cheering you on. You know what I'm also seeing is like your exes from your past cheering you on for some reason. Yeah, we're talking past versus present and future, baby. This is Emperor energy versus 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords to me is like very, very heartbreak energy. It's like people who just didn't know your worth. This person, I'm seeing them coming in and just like completely, I'm hearing the words demolishing nobody will compare to this person that is about to enter your life. Like, I don't even want to say, like I'm hearing the word daddy's home. Oh, and the Strength and the Death card. This is something that you've waited so long for. This is someone that you've waited. Why do I feel like you're about to have like a homecoming with someone? Like you're just gonna melt into each other. You're just gonna want to melt into the couch with this person. And just like never, like I'm seeing that once you connect with this person, you're never going to leave each other's side. Like that's how warm you both feel in each other's presence. You're about to meet a whole new version of yourself because of this person as well. Like you've never met this version of you before. 2 of Pentacles, balanced, mature, able to handle whatever life throws your way. Seven of Swords, the Devil, the Sun. Like, you can handle anything with this person by your side, is what I'm hearing. Dear soul, before you leave, don't let this moment become just another video you watched. If something deep inside you stirred while listening, that wasn't an accident. Sometimes God speaks in a whisper that only the heart can hear. Right now, place your hand over your heart and declare these words with faith. I am chosen. I am deeply loved. I am not forgotten. God's hand is upon my life. My love is being guided by heaven, and my story is still unfolding according to His perfect plan. Say it again. And then say it one more time. Keep speaking these words until your heart believes what your fear has been trying to deny. Let this truth become the foundation you stand on in the days ahead. No matter what you see, no matter how long you've waited, remember this. God is still writing your story, and He has never abandoned the ones He has called. If this message reached your heart, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love. Somewhere, someone is silently crying, questioning their worth, wondering if anyone remembers them. Your simple act of sharing could become the very answer to a prayer they whispered when no one else was listening. And if God places it on your heart to support this ministry through a super thanks, know that every gift, whether it's $5, $20, or whatever you feel led to give, helps us continue bringing messages of hope, faith, and God's love to people who desperately need an encouragement. May the Lord bless you abundantly for your kindness and generosity. May He multiply every seed you sow, open doors no one can shut, fill your home with His peace, strengthen your heart, and answer the prayers you've been carrying in silence. Together, we are reaching hearts, restoring hope, and reminding the world that God's love never fails. There is a kind of love that does not ask you to be less. Not less intense, not less complicated, not less of the full and sometimes overwhelming and occasionally stormy thing that you are in your most honest moments. The kind of love that does not present you with an invisible list of the parts of yourself that are acceptable and the parts that need to be managed before anyone else can be comfortable around them. The kind that looks at all of it. The light and the shadow, the grace and the chaos, the version of you that has it together, and the version that is in the middle of something she hasn't finished processing yet, and simply says, yes, all of this. I'm not going anywhere. That is what is coming toward you. And I want to be honest about how rare that is, because the rarity of it is part of what makes this so significant. Most love, even well-intentioned love, comes with conditions that are not always spoken, but are always felt. The implicit understanding that certain parts of you should stay quieter, that certain depths should not be plumbed too quickly, that the version of yourself most comfortable for the relationship is slightly more contained than the version that actually exists. You have been in those containers before, and the wearing of them has been exhausting in a way that has probably settled into such a familiar exhaustion that you have stopped fully noticing it. That exhaustion is about to end. Someone is paying attention to you in a way that requires no prompting from you. Not the attentiveness of someone performing care, the real kind. The kind that remembers small things without being reminded. That notices the shift in your energy before you have found words for it. That is already thinking about what would make you feel good on a day that has not yet arrived, already planning the detail that will tell you without a single word of explanation. I see you. I thought about you. You matter enough to me that I spent time in the quiet of my own mind making something better for you. That is who is coming. A planner. Not in the rigid, controlling sense, in the loving sense. In the sense of someone who finds genuine pleasure in the act of making your experience with them feel considered and warm, and evidence that their mind goes to you in the spaces between. You may not be used to being planned for. You may be more accustomed to being the one who does the planning, the tending, the noticing, to being the person who makes sure the other person feels cared for while privately hoping that some portion of that care will find its way back to you without requiring you to ask for it. This person is not going to make you ask, but there is something in this story that deserves to be named with full honesty, because it is one of the most important things you can understand about why this connection is different from what came before. You have storms inside you. Not because something is wrong with you, because something is real in you. The deep wounds that have not fully healed. The old hurts that surface at unexpected moments and turn the temperature of the room. The places where life has reached you and left marks that do not always stay quietly in the background when you are in the presence of someone who matters. The way that genuine intimacy sometimes activates exactly the things that intimacy was supposed to soothe. Previous people in your life have not always known what to do with those storms. Some retreated. Some made you feel like the storm itself was the problem, if you were just a little less complicated, a little less triggered, a little less deeply feeling, the relationship would be easier for everyone. And in trying to make yourself less of a storm for them, you made yourself less of yourself. You learned a kind of emotional management that kept things calmer on the surface while the actual weather continued underneath. This person is not going to ask you to manage the weather. They have developed, through their own journey, their own armor, their own hard-won capacity for steadiness, the specific ability to stand in a storm without being destroyed by it, not to fix it, not to explain it away or tell you that what you are feeling is too much, to simply remain, to choose actively and repeatedly to move forward rather than retreat, to be the kind of present that makes the storm feel less isolating because it is no longer something you are facing alone. That is what they are bringing. Not perfection, steadiness. The difference is enormous. And when the storms are not present in the quiet spaces, in the ordinary and beautiful hours of simply being together, what exists between you is something that has become increasingly rare in your life. Gentleness. Real, mutual, unperformed gentleness. The soft version of two people who are both strong in the world, but who have found in each other the specific safety that makes the armor unnecessary. Where you can be tender without it being interpreted as weakness, where you can be playful without it being taken for granted, where the nervous system, that faithful and exhausted instrument that has been on alert for so long, it has forgotten what rest feels like, begins slowly and then with increasing confidence to come down from its vigilance. Your mind will ease in this person's presence. Your creativity will open. Parts of yourself that have been dormant under the weight of having to be strong and careful and managing will begin to surface because the environment is finally safe enough for them to do so. Here is the insight that I believe carries the most weight in this entire story, the one that shifts everything when you really let it arrive. This connection is not filling a lack. It is meeting a wholeness. You are not coming to this love because you need it to complete you. You are not broken in a way that requires fixing, or empty in a way that requires filling, or half a person waiting for their other half to arrive. You are a whole world. A complete and complex and genuinely remarkable world that has been doing the inner work, carrying itself as through the difficult seasons, discovering its own depth through the very experiences that tried to diminish it. This person, this specific, deliberate, storm-standing, deeply attentive person is also a whole world. When two whole worlds come together, what is created is not simply the sum of two things. It is something entirely new, something that could not have existed before this meeting, because it requires both of them to be possible. The energy generated between two people who are each already whole, who are not already whole, who are not looking to the other what they could not build themselves, is of a different quality entirely. It builds rather than depletes. It expands rather than collapses under its own weight. This is galaxy forming energy, and you are at the center of it. There is also someone who was moving in a different direction who is now turning around. I want to say that carefully, because the turning around matters, but so does the discernment you bring to receiving it. Someone who previously stepped back, or who was headed somewhere that was not toward you, has had a change in orientation. Something has opened their eyes, possibly the growing evidence of who you are becoming. Possibly the specific contrast between the life they were building without you and the life they catch glimpses of when they imagine you in it. They are turning toward you now with the energy not of someone who is uncertain or ambivalent, but of someone who has arrived at a decision and is moving from it with the full weight of that arrival. The commitment energy in what is coming, the ring imagery, the formal and lasting nature of what they are prepared to offer is not casual. It is the expression of someone who is done being headed in any direction that does not lead to you. And in the same breath that this person is about to love you in ways that make every previous comparison irrelevant, you are about to meet a version of yourself you have never known. This is perhaps the most quietly extraordinary thing in this entire reading. Not just that you will be loved differently, that you will be different because of it. More balanced. More genuinely capable of holding whatever life brings. Not because you have become harder, but because you are no longer holding it alone. The version of you that emerges from being loved correctly, from being met in the storm rather than abandoned in it, from being planned for rather than an afterthought, from being given full space to exist in all your forms. That version has access to things the current version is still working toward. You? Yes, you who has carried so much for so long with such grace and such quiet exhaustion are about to put some of it down. Not because you finally figured out how, because someone is going to be standing there, arms open, saying, I'll take some of that. You don't have to carry all of it by yourself anymore. The homecoming quality of this, the image of melting into each other, of warmth so complete and mutual that leaving the space of it will feel unnecessary, is real. It is the specific recognition that happens when something that was always supposed to exist finally exists. When a meeting happens that does not feel like a beginning so much as a return, a remembering, a settling of something that has been slightly unsettled for a very long time, it is going to feel like relief. The specific and profound relief of, oh, so this is what it was always supposed to feel like. None of what came before this was wasted. The difficult connections, the loves that cost more than they gave, the versions of yourself you tried on and then had to shed because they were built for someone else's comfort rather than your own truth. All of it was the path. All of it was the building of the person who is now ready to stand in the full and extraordinary gift of what is being arranged. You have waited long enough, done enough, become enough, which is to say you were always enough, and the journey was simply the process of arriving at the belief in that. This person is coming, whole, ready, already planning the details of a life that has you in it. And when they arrive, when the two of you finally occupy the same space and the warmth of it closes around you both, it will feel, in the quietest and most certain part of you, like exactly what it is. The love you always deserved. Finally here,